The Discovery Trail at Ancient Bristlecone Pine State Park is a fun and fairly short trail that takes you through some ancient trees. It is located 23 miles off of Highway 395 just outside the town of Big Pine. Not only is this hike pretty cool, but on your way up the mountain there are plenty of abandoned structures as well if you're into that kind of thing. The drive up is beautiful, but it's also narrow and windy at times, so if you're driving a motorhome or a wide vehicle, you might need to pay extra attention. If you're going to do this hike, we also recommend stopping at the Sierra View Overlook. This is located directly off of the road about 2.5 miles before you get to the trailhead. From up here, you will get great views of the Sierra Nevada mountains, and there's even this sign here that tells you which peak you're looking at. If you're willing to put in a little bit more effort, you can also climb to the top of this hill for even better views. And there are also a few benches up at the top, just in case you're looking for an awesome place to stop for a snack. This is most likely going to be a fairly short stop, or it was for us at least. And soon we were back on our way towards the Discovery Trail. The good thing about this trailhead is that you can set it in your GPS. It is a right turn off of the main road, and you don't want to miss this turn because this road goes on for quite a ways. You will know you're in the right spot when you see the sign for the 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 Visitor Center. Here you will find a good-sized parking lot, but not only is this trail popular, but this parking lot is shared amongst several different trailheads, so it can get busy. The cool thing about the Discovery Trail is that it is the perfect mix between beauty and knowledge. Not only will you get to see these beautiful, mysterious ancient trees, but you'll also get to learn a lot about them as well. If you're wanting to do the trail that we are doing in this video, be sure to go left at this fork, otherwise you're going to be on a trail that has much more elevation gain and it is way longer. As for the Discovery Trail, it is only 1 mile long with 265 feet of elevation gain. However, there is still a chance that this one could get you breathing heavy because it starts off at 10,000 feet above sea level. If you happen to be traveling through the area with your four-legged friends, they are allowed on this trail. Just be sure to keep them on a leash and clean up after them. And the other thing that you need to know is that there is a cost to do this trail. It is $3 per person or $6 for the whole car when the visitor center is open. Now that we have some of the details out of the way, let's talk about some of the real stars of the show on this trail, and that is the Ancient Bristlecone Pines. What you see before you are some of the oldest trees on Earth. Some of them exceed 4,000 years old. And with their twisted branches, it's pretty hard to mistake them for any other type of tree that you're going to see. While the oldest living bristlecone pine tree is located off the Methuselah Trail, which was the other direction, some of the trees here probably rival it in age. I know that 4,000 years old sounds like a very long time, but here's something to put it in perspective. These trees predated the construction of the pyramids and even the rise of the Mayan civilization. And you don't get this old without being tough and having the ability to adapt. The twisted bark on these trees is not just because they're old, it's actually by design. It actually helps them adapt to high altitude environments. Underneath the bark of the bristlecone pine, you will find wood that is dense and resinous. This makes it resistant to decay and insects, and that is why you will see these trees standing so long even if they are dead. Not only are the trees here interesting, but the landscapes are as well. This hike is located in the White Mountains, and we are located almost directly between the Sierra Nevada mountains, which can reach up to 14,000 feet above sea level, and Death Valley, which is 282 feet below sea level. Eventually, you will be coming to a bunch of stairs, and this is where us flatland people really started breathing heavily. But on the bright side, there are some really neat bristlecone pines back here. If you enjoy landscape photography, this is definitely one that you're going to want to bring your camera on. We stopped a bunch of times to take pictures, and I think I used it as an excuse to catch my breath as well. And I was surprised to see that AllTrails says that it takes most people an average of 34 minutes to complete this trail. When I checked our time on Strava, it said that it took us 37 minutes. I don't think that it was a matter of us being fast on this trail. I think that most people stopped for those photo ops. We have now reached the top of the steps, and the environment is about to change big time. We will be leaving the trees behind and heading out into a much more barren landscape. If you're visiting on a warmer day, you are going to want to bring plenty of water because we are going to be in full sun exposure for almost the rest of the trail. It really is wild how fast this trail transitions from a forest to a slate rock section. There are of course still the occasional bristlecone pines sprinkled into the landscape here, and I think that some of the ones out here are the most spectacular along the trail. And that is especially true for the next two that we will be seeing on the hike. I'm kind of wishing that we would have been able to see these trees a little bit closer to sunset. I can only begin to imagine how gorgeous the photos would be if you got these trees with some golden hour colors. But one thing's for sure, while you're lining up those shots, be sure to stay on the trail and don't trample on cute little guys like this. This scree section will continue on for a little ways, and there's even this spicy little section where you do not want to make the wrong step. But eventually it will widen back up and we will be heading towards the trees to finish up the trail. If you are already out in this area and you're looking for more awesome things to do, you should check out our video about Alabama Hills. That area is really neat, and we also have a playlist of awesome things to do near Mammoth Lakes. One thing is for sure, this area is not short on awesome adventures. And that is going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. If you have ideas for future videos, let us know. And for all the information about the Discovery Trail and other awesome California adventures, head on over to 𝐿𝑖𝐍𝑒𝑇HADventure.com.